Welcome to Top Doctors Labs. I'm Dr. Eric Westerlund, and I'd like to spend the next couple minutes talking to you about the good news and bad news when it comes to osteoporosis, and more especially the few small things that you can do that can make a big difference in how well you do with your skeleton the rest of your life. So I'll give you the end of the story first. The biggest and most straightforward thing that you can do to make a big difference is to get started on a high quality calcium, vitamin D supplement in combination with other elements to make sure that your skeleton is optimized and that your bones are as strong as they possibly can be. It doesn't matter if you're in your 20s or your 30s, it's not too young to start for that prevention, because that's the point at which you really reach peak bone mass. So starting on a product like Osteoplex MD is a key solution to getting going with this program. Now, that in mind, just finished in the operating room, a big case, a lumbar reconstruction on a 56-year-old woman who is a police officer, and you would expect someone that's young and active like she is, her skeleton ought to be no issue. Her bone was remarkably soft, and this is not uncommon. You see this, and it really makes a big difference, especially in the operating room. But you can be as young as your 50s and have this be a big issue for you. This is a silent epidemic, and that sounds like an unusual way to put it, but if you look at the statistics when it comes to osteoporosis in America, you're talking about a disease that is going to affect 20% of men and 50% of women in such a way that they will have a lifetime risk of fracture. That's a very debilitating thing just from having soft bone. And when you look at those numbers, especially the 50% of women that are affected clinically by this problem and that will go on to have a fracture, that's a risk that's greater than heart attack, breast cancer combined, so that this truly is a silent epidemic. The other part that's sneaky is that this is something that really needs to be addressed best when you are younger, in your 20s and 30s, and if you start on a program like an Osteoplex MD when you're younger, you really make a big difference down the road. Now, it's never too late to intervene, so that if you're in your 50s or 60s or 70s, definitely get started if you haven't already, but really your best target is even on the younger side. So, that in mind, what do you really need to get to make a big difference? There are a number of steps you can take. The first one we mentioned, a high quality product that has all the essential elements that you require for best skeletal support, such as an Osteoplex MD, is really going to be a first step. That means high quality calcium formulations, vitamin D, vitamin K1 and K2, and copper, all key to maintaining that type of strength for your skeleton in conjunction with a healthy diet. What else can you do? Well, the healthy diet is going to be a big support, and that really makes sure that you get the other common elements that very few people run short on: magnesium, phosphorus, and some of the others that are routine in any basic healthy diet. Weight-bearing exercise, minimizing your caffeine intake, all of these are very important, but none of those can make a difference unless your body has the critical elements it needs. So, talk to your doctor about other strategies that you might take, but don't waste the time waiting another day when it comes to starting on a high-quality supplement. Get on Osteoplex MD at your first opportunity and then follow through with the other elements to make your best difference.